everybody, Max here from MaksPlayground, and welcome to a Sims 2 speed building video. This is a speed build of a collab that I'm doing with my really good friend Chrissy, or Chrissy's Corner, over here on YouTube. I will be leaving the link to her part of the collab, and I will be leaving a link to her channel. I highly recommend checking her channel out. She does Sims 2 and Sims 4 videos. She also just started streaming. She has become part of the live simming family, and I am so excited about that. So yeah, she's a sweetheart, and I really recommend going and checking her videos out. Go give her some support, you guys, if you haven't already, or you don't know who she is. Go check her out. She's pretty awesome. So yeah, this is a color palette challenge that we decided to do. However, Chrissy didn't seem to remember that it was a color palette challenge, and she did her own challenge. Well, she did her own color palette. Basically, the premise of this was I asked Chrissy if she wanted to do a collab, and I said I want to do a challenge, a color palette challenge, which is basically you find a color palette, which I use the website Design Seeds. I will leave a link to that website in the description below if you guys want to check it out. There's tons and tons and tons of different color palettes that you can choose from to decorate your sim houses in, whether it's the Sims 2, the Sims 3, or the Sims 4, or even if you play another kind of design game. You can also use it for real life decorating, which is really cool. I found it because of the Jessa channel. She highly recommends this website, so yeah, go check it out. But basically, I asked Chrissy to do a color palette challenge, and I explained to her, you know, the premise where I would give her a palette and then she would give me a palette and we would decorate it. But again, she forgot to do she had a dirt moment and she forgot to do the palette that I gave her. I saw it last night, and I messaged her this morning about it, and I was just like, did you forget? And she did. She was like, oh my god, like, do you want me to redo it? And I said, of course not. Like, why would I make you redo your video? She's a speed demon at like editing and getting everything done, so she already has it edited and uploaded and set and scheduled and stuff like that. So I'm like, no, like, I wouldn't ask you to redo everything. That's fine. Like, we can do another collab the proper way, like this way, the actual challenge, and another time, and we'll do it in a couple weeks or something like that. So stay tuned for that, FYI. But yeah, basically she gave me a palette that I thought was really cool, and I wanted to do it, and it was I'll make sure I pop it up on the screen right about now. And there's two different colors of pink, a white, I think there's a green, well, obviously a green, and a ashy gray, or dark gray, and I loved it because I really like all those colors. I love green. Pink's one of my favorite colors. Mind you, it wasn't like my favorite color pink, but I still really like the color pink. And I love dark, like, I love gray, I love white, I love like those monochrome kind of colors. But yeah, so I did build the shell for this this collab. I built a building in my new neighborhood, which is Meadow Mills. I currently have a live stream that I do for decorating that neighborhood, but this is in that playlist. Anyways, I made it in my new Meadow Mills neighborhood, and the empty lot, like the empty shell, will be on Sims file share. There will be a link for that in the description below. I will include that so that you guys can download it. However, I'm not going to have the decorated version up because I think I use a lot of CC that has no re-upload terms of uses, so I don't want to upload it and break terms of use. So if you guys want the empty one, I don't know if Chrissy uploaded hers. I'm not sure because I haven't watched her video, so she may talk about it over there. Just make sure you go check that out, and then she'll explain that. I think maybe she doesn't, I don't know, but yeah, I highly recommend going to watch the video either way. But yeah, so I decorated this house as a like a single mom's apartment, hence the title of this video. I really wanted to give that look to it, that vibe to it, because one, I did make Sims for this house. I always make Sims for, well, I don't always, I usually do though, make Sims to live in the houses that I decorate and build, or build and decorate. I really wanted to do that because I thought that it would be more interesting. I'd give more backstory, and when I was explaining why I decorated certain things that way, it would reference the Sims that are living here. So yeah, I gave it a single mom kind of, well, it could be any single parent. A man could live here as well. I just imagined that it would be a single mom because of the more feminine style, the more feminine pink. But like with the pinks and like, you know, the light greens and the whites, I really did imagine it being more feminine than masculine. Not a lot of dark colors, but you know, you could have any Sims living here, honestly. It doesn't really matter. Gender is this a topic I don't really like to talk about on our channel because there's a lot of political outrage with that stuff. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I gave it like a more like the more greens and darker, like dark grays and whites on the main floor, but the pink accents. I tried to include pink accents as much as I could. So that converted picture that you see right there, I love that picture. It's one of my favorite items in The Sims 4. I think it's so pretty. So when I found it in The Sims 2, I was really, really excited. I love it. So I gave that as an accent, as well as a little freezer bunny toy that you see there, as well as I give the lights that I use in this building. If I cough, which I'm about to, it's because I'm sick and I'm really sorry, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I imagined like, you know, a single mom living here with her 2 daughters, and I have a story behind it. So I'll explain that right now. And so the story I imagine for the single mom is that she had her children young with her high school sweetheart, and you know, well, she had her daughter, her first daughter young when she was still in high school. Her and her boyfriend finished high school. After she got pregnant, her family stopped talking to her. Her mother stopped talking to her. Her father disowned her. She didn't have any siblings or anything like that, and her grandparents were dead. So her 2 living relatives, her 2 living parents were, they disowned her. They stopped talking to her. And because of that, you know, her and her boyfriend ended up getting a place because her boyfriend, he was in the military, and he joined the military, you know, he was a couple years older than her. He was in the military. They met, and she was still in high school. He was finishing high school and joined the military, kind of thing. And so he ended up not really being close with his family either, so they were able to move in together after she got kicked out. And so they were living in their hometown, stuff like that. And he got deployed. He got called to go on a tour with the military, and he got killed in the line of duty. And so she was left, I wish I remember what I named her, but she was left as a single mom with her 2 daughters, and she was pregnant when her husband left, and her daughter was like 7 or 8. Now she's about 9, 10, and her daughter, her newest, like her youngest daughter, is a toddler. So she had to give birth alone, and you know, she had no support and stuff like that. And she was looking in the newspaper. She was trying to look for a job because she realized, you know, she could send her daughter to daycare and stuff like that at this point. And so when she was looking in the newspaper for that, she noticed an ad to go to for a new city, a new development, that Simtopia has discovered a new landmass that they're developing, and they're looking for people to move. They're looking for people to settle, new settlers. And because of that, she decided, well, what the heck, I might as well. There's nothing that's keeping me here anymore. It would be a new start for me and my family. And so she packed everything up and she moved, and she ended up being able to afford this new place. And so I imagine the mom to be very, like, she keeps to herself. She's not that she's super shy or anything. She just, well, she's in a new place, so of course she's gonna keep to herself. But she also is really into, like, she's really into art. She really loves photography, and she always had a dream to start her own photography business, have her own photo studio. And the thing is, though, back where she was from, she never really had the money because everything was so expensive. There was a lot of competition. She wasn't confident enough, especially after losing her husband, who always was the one that encouraged her to go after that, because she was really good at photography. So I imagine that, you know, maybe she's going to start her own photography studio, and she's a freelance artist, so she paints and stuff, and she'll sell her art at her business, and she will sell, you know, she'll sell other local artists or other people who are up-and-coming artists. She'll sell their art there for a fee. And I kind of like imagine that being kind of something that she would do. Like that would be something that, you know, could be implemented into the neighborhood. And I'm really excited to build like a photography studio and stuff like that, which probably will happen later on in my live streams. But yeah, I just thought it would be really cool to do that. Kind of the imagine the story is for the mom. Now for the daughters, her oldest daughter is, she's like a mixture of type of girls. She's like a girly girl, but she's also a tomboy, kind of how I was as a kid. Like I love to play with dolls, and I like love to like dress up and do like girly things, but I also loved going outside and having fun and being, I was kind of, well, I wouldn't say I was super sporty or athletic or anything, but I loved to like go to the park and get dirty and play with mud pies. So I kind of imagine the daughter being like that, like while she's super girly and stuff, she likes to dress up and do makeup and things like that. She also was really into sports because that's something that her dad really did do with her. Her and her dad used to play soccer together. Her and her dad used to play basketball together. And then I imagine her also being into video games because that's something that her and her dad used to do as well. And I imagined, you know, she's into video games and she's into going outside and having fun, but she also loves like her being feminine and looking really nice and stuff like that. And she's like 10 years old, so I imagine that. Now her little baby sister, on the other hand, I really imagine her baby sister being into, well, she's just a toddler right now, but I'm hoping that like to make her be into like mechanics and being into, you know, like she wants to be a mechanic, she likes to fix things, she likes to tinker, you know, she's very into that. And maybe she's, you know, maybe she'll work at the local garage, or maybe she'll like, you know, sell like refurbish cars and sell them. Maybe that's something that she'll do when she, you know, gets older and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing I imagine for this family. Now I do plan on making this neighborhood. I don't imagine it being like a build a city challenge, but I want to have like every business that's in this lot, except for maybe a couple of them, will be owned by Sims. Like I don't imagine like maybe, I don't really imagine like the post office really being owned by anybody, or I don't imagine, you know, certain places like being owned by Sims, but it's more as like a government. So maybe like when I start working on like the government rules of this neighborhood, I will have like the government people own certain buildings, establishments. But yeah, that's kind of how I imagine this. I've been having a lot of fun building in this neighborhood, and yeah, it's been so much fun. I do it over live streams, and you guys have just been really, like, you guys have just been super cool. Like, for those of you who come from the live streams who are watching this right now, I'm just having so much fun just, like, hanging out with you guys and chatting, and it's just become such a, like, a weekly ritual. I can't imagine myself not live streaming on Saturdays with you guys, or on Sundays, which I did yesterday. But, yeah, I do hope that you guys, enjoy it. If you haven't been able to make a live stream, I do have most of them replayed on my channel, and, like, that you can rewatch and stuff, so yeah, let me know if you guys are from the live streams and you enjoy them and things like that. I did mention that I want to start doing, sorry, in May, about the second week of May, I want to kick off a week of streaming, and it's kind of in a celebration to, you know, I'm finishing college, and on the 3rd of May is my last day of college, like my last day ever of being in my program and stuff like that, and it's really surreal. But I imagine that, not imagine, oh my goodness, what am I saying? I really want to do a week of streaming to celebrate that, and hang out with you guys and just, like, you know, get amped with the fact that I don't ever have to return to school unless I decide to, when I decide to go back. And I would do everyday streaming for about a week. I don't know yet the little details, but I want to kick it off with something really special that I have in the works. I want to do a live simming train, which with a couple of other simmers that you guys may or may not know about. So I'm in the works of getting that together. It's still kind of early stages of, like, putting everything together and things like that, but I'm really excited about it. And so yeah, that'll probably happen. It'll probably start on the 11th of May. So I have to kind of figure out what games I want to stream. I will be streaming The Sims 2, definitely. And then I want to bring in maybe The Sims Busting Out. I was talking about that on stream yesterday. I kind of want to, because I downloaded an emulator for it, and I kind of wanted to like stream it for you guys. I love The Sims Busting Out. It's after The Sims 2, it's my favorite Sims game that I've ever played. So I would love to like kind of play that for like a couple hours. And then on one of the other days, I want to feature one of my buddies on the channel, my buddy Sean from the Nerd Lair. I want to bring him into a stream that we would play another game that's not Sims related at all. I'm not sure yet which game it'll be. Like, I have an idea, but yeah, I'm thinking of bringing him onto the channel and helping me stream that one of the days, just to kind of break it up, not always be Sims. But I'm really nervous to do that. Like, I'm really nervous to play other games because a lot of my audience is so accustomed to me playing Sims 2, and I know other streamers that have had this issue where they want to play other games but they don't want to like lose their audience, which I'm kind of in. But I know a lot of people said like, you play what you want to play, and if your audience will tell if you know, will be able to tell if you're enjoying it, and if you're enjoying it, they'll enjoy it. So yeah, I don't know. And like, I have a feeling a lot of the people who do come to the live streams, correct me if I'm wrong, they come to hang out. They don't always come for gameplay, and I really love doing that. I love creating a welcoming environment, a warm, welcoming environment for them, where I'm going to chat with them, and it's not just about me playing games. It's about me hanging out with you guys and talking with you guys and just creating that like super friendly kind of vibe. And I've noticed that I've been doing that, and you guys who do come to my weekly streams have been super friendly with everybody. So if you are a part of the people that always say hi to everybody and welcome everyone, I just want to say thank you so much for being amazing viewers. And I don't know, it's been super fun. So, and I'm really, really excited to, you know, do this live streaming thing. I have been so addicted to streaming, and it's weird because I'm like a super, well, I don't know how to say this without it kind of sounding weird, but like, I'm not exactly the most social person in real life, and I'm kind of reclusive. So it's weird because like in my streams I'm super social and super out there, but in real life, like, I'm pretty reclusive. Unless like if I'm already in a situation where I have to be social, I'm fine. But if it's like putting myself in a social situation, or putting myself in like to be outgoing, like pushing myself to go outside, pushing myself to go out and be a normal human being, be an active member of society, it's difficult for me. So this will be a challenge in a way, because streaming, as much as I love it, it's also socially exhausting. And because I am, you know, an introverted person, after I'm done streaming, I don't get sad or depressed or anything like that. I actually have like a high, almost like a buzz, but like I'm not super social. Like, my boyfriend and I will sometimes, like, after I stream, like, I'll just sit there with my headphones on and I'll watch other streamers, or I'll just like go into my own little world. And I don't say much to my boyfriend. I don't really say much on social media. I'll just like recluse kind of thing for a couple hours or a day or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one like that. I've just been like that for a long time, where if I go out and be social, I can't do it again the next day. I don't know, it's weird. I know people who go on benders of like partying, like they go out to the bar like 2 weeks in a row, or like 2 days in a row, and I'm just like, how do you do it, man? But it's just not really my scene, especially not anymore. But yeah, anyways, I am coming to the end, so I probably should wrap this voiceover up. It is like the 3rd time I'm doing this, or 4th time I'm doing this, so I think this one has been a successful. So yeah, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to go check out Chrissie's half of the collab, and make sure to check out her links in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, as well as hit the video, give a big thumbs up or a thumbs down if you guys didn't enjoy it. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Let me know what things that you think I could have improved on. Again, thank you so much, and I will be talking to you in my video. Don't forget to check out again the links below, as well as my social media, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys.
If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold, we're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you, 'cause when it's all over,